Why didn't God stop it? If he's good and all powerful and he loves me, why didn't God stop the abuse? For years, I believe God was nowhere around and did nothing to help. And that belief almost destroyed my relationship with him. But what I discovered changed everything. So stay with me here, because this is not just a cliche answer. By the end of this video, you will understand why God doesn't override every painful situation, why that doesn't mean he wanted it, and why you're not abandoned. Let me show you something. In the Bible, there's a woman named Hagar. She didn't choose her situation. She was a servant, a slave. She was used, mistreated, and then blamed. And God didn't stop it. But when she ran into the wilderness, alone and devastated, God met her there. And she gave him a name, El Roi, the God who sees me. And notice this, God didn't prevent her suffering, but he refused to be absent in it. That's important. Now, here's the part that might challenge you. God does not override human choice and will. If he did, love wouldn't be real. Choice wouldn't be real. Obedience wouldn't be real. And neither would evil. God created humanity, and he gave us real authority and choice, real influence, and real freedom. And freedom means people can choose love or they can choose evil. And sometimes innocent people suffer because of someone else's choice to choose wrong. And that's not God's desire. It's the tragic cost of real freedom. And I need to say this clearly. What happened to you and me was not God's will. It was not his plan, and it was not him trying to teach us a lesson. It was the misuse of human freedom. And God does not partner with abuse. He grieves it. And if that statement alone shifts something in you, tell me about it in the comments, because some of you need to hear that. And in my own story, I experienced abuse at the age of 7. And for years, I asked God, why didn't you stop it? Where were you? And as I pursued healing, I realized something. God speaks. He warns. He nudges, but he does not force. I know God was speaking, but he will not override someone else's choice. And that's hard, because sometimes we wish he would. Here's the part I want you to remember. You are not powerless now, because in Christ, we have authority, and our authority is restored. Not so that we can control everything, but so that we can walk in discernment, wisdom, and partnership with him. Healing is not passive. It's participation, not striving, not earning, but learning to listen to him again, learning to trust him again. So let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like God was silent in your pain? Or have you ever looked back and realized he was speaking, but you didn't recognize it at the time? I know I have. I genuinely want to know, because this conversation matters. You were not invisible. You were not forgotten. You were not trash. You were seen, and just like Hagar, and the God who met her in the wilderness is meeting you in yours. Understanding why something happened is one thing, but trusting God again after it is a whole nother thing. And some of you, that's the harder step. If you're wondering, okay, how do I trust God again? Watch this next video, because rebuilding trust after trauma, abuse doesn't happen accidentally. It happens intentionally, and I want to walk with you through that.